Good morning students. Today we are going to start the next part of our lesson, the souvenir. Before starting the new part, we remind some important points which we saw in our last periods. The meaning of souvenir is things which we bought from somewhere as a gift. Means in short, souvenir means a gift. And this lesson is transforming from Marathi novel Bhet written by Lakshman Londhe. In this lesson, the girl whose name is Saili, she is visiting the moon. She is visiting the moon and now she is traveling in a space shuttle. And when she was traveling, she sat gazing at the view outside for a long time. About that views, about that description, she read several times in books and she had seen the scene of the description on the video. But when she was actually seeing the views of the moon, she was not satisfied. She was eager. And watching the videos captured by camera or reading the description through a novel, through book is another thing, and just to view the amazing things which we read before, which we saw in the videos or in the cameras, in the pictures, seeing that things by our own eyes, with our own eyes, is very different thing. And when she was gazing all that things, she was remembering her discussion with her mother. In that discussion, she told her mother about her trip and her mother gave her permission. Her mother also told her that in their childhood, the longest tour to visit the longest place means just to abroad. Then Saili told about her friend Neha, and Neha's grandmother told Neha that in their childhood the longest trip was just to Delhi or Kolkata. On remembering all this discussion with her mother, Saili, it makes it funny. The discussion makes funny Saili, and so Saili is laughing. Now the shuttle was getting closer and closer to the moon, and now the shuttle was going closer to the moon. Then it started orbiting the moon. When it get close to the moon, it started orbiting to the moon. Here orbiting means moving around another object, means it started moving around the moon. In every 32 minutes, the shuttle completed one revolution around the moon. And when the 32 minutes passed, after every 32 minutes, the shuttle completed one revolution around the moon. Light and darkness followed each other in quick succession. And when the shuttle was completing its revolution around the moon, light and darkness followed each other. The dome-shaped settlements on the moon, which resembled the igloos of the Eskimos, were now visible. The dome-shaped settlements. And when the shuttle was closer to the moon, they saw some settlements on the moon, and the shape of the settlements was dome shaped. And on seeing that, They remind the houses of the igloos, houses of the Eskimos, the igloos. After some time, Sally's shuttle made a slow, measured and safe landing on the moon. And after some time, Sally's shuttle made a slow, measured means firm, and safe landing on the moon. Means after some time, after completing its revolution, Sally's shuttle safely land on the moon. The door of the shuttle was opened and the children were escorted through an airtight tunnel to the settlements at the Neil Armstrong base. And when their shuttle landed on the moon, the door of the shuttle was opened and the children were escorted. Escorted means guided. The children were escorted through an airtight tunnel. There was a tunnel and they were escorted through an airtight tunnel to the settlement at the Neil Armstrong base. And they went to the settlements at the Neil Armstrong base. The receptionist at the entrance to the base gave some instruction at the very outset. And when they went on the Neil Armstrong base, there was a receptionist. She gave them some instructions about traveling on the moon. I welcome you all to the Neil Armstrong base. She welcomed all the children who were visiting. To make your stay on the moon pleasant and comfortable, I would like you to take certain precautions. She told them about some precautions. She gave instructions about some precautions to make their journey pleasant and comfortable. Listen carefully to my instructions and please follow them during your stay. She told the students to listen her instructions carefully and follow them during their stay. Means while they enjoy the trip on the moon, they follow the instructions. You know that the gravitational force of the moon is 1/6 that of the earth. She told them that the gravitational force of the moon is 1/6 that of the earth in comparison of earth. In the human settlements on the moon, a gravitational force equivalent to that of the earth has been artificially mentioned. And the human settlements which are made on the moon, in that settlements, the gravitational force equivalent to the earth is artificially maintained. Means in the human settlements on the moon, the gravitational force of the moon is just like the gravitational force of the earth. But outside those settlements, the gravitational force of the moon is at work. But outside of the human settlements, means instead of the human settlements, outside there was no gravitational force just like the earth's gravitational force. You will have to be extremely careful when you roam around there. She told the children to be careful while roaming around there. The second point to remember is related to shopping on the moon. And she also told them some point about shopping on the moon. You all must be interested in carrying souvenirs back home from the moon. She told them that you all are interested of carrying souvenirs, means gift, while going back to your home. Please buy the articles only from the shops which are inside the dome-shaped settlements. She instruct them to buy the articles, to buy the souvenirs only from the dome-shaped settlements. There you will be assured of genuine articles, and there you will get genuine articles. Do not buy anything from the unauthorized shops outside the settlement. She also instructs them not to buy from the outside unauthorized shops. I wish you a very happy and pleasant stay on the moon. By giving these instruments, by giving these instructions, she told them she wished them happy and pleasant stay on the moon. Now we are going to see this part of our lesson on the digital board.
Was getting closer and closer to the moon. Then it started orbiting, meaning moving around the moon. In every 32 minutes, the shuttle completed one revolution round the moon. Light and darkness followed each other in quick succession. The dome-shaped settlements on the moon, which resembled the igloos of the Eskimos, were now visible. After some time, Siley's shuttle made a slow, measured, meaning steady and safe landing on the moon. The door of the shuttle was opened and the children were escorted, meaning guided through an airtight tunnel to the settlement at the Neil Armstrong base. The receptionist, meaning a person who greets and deals with visitors at the entrance to the base, gave some instructions at the very outset, meaning start. She started by saying, I welcome you.
Here the receptionist is giving instructions how to move on the moon.
Welcome you all to the Neil Armstrong base. To make your stay on the moon pleasant and comfortable, I would like you to take certain precautions, meaning steps to prevent something dangerous or unpleasant. Listen carefully to my instructions and please follow them during your stay. You know that the gravitational force of the moon is 1/6 that of the earth. In the human settlements on the moon, a gravitational force equivalent to that of the earth has been artificially maintained. But outside those settlements, the gravitational force of the moon is at work. You will have to be extremely careful when you roam around there. The second point to remember is related to shopping on the moon. You all must be interested in carrying souvenirs, meaning a thing that is bought as a reminder of something to take back home from the moon. Please buy the articles only from the shops which are inside the dome-shaped settlements. There, you will be assured of, meaning sure of genuine articles. Do not buy anything from the unauthorized shops, meaning shops not having official permission outside the settlement. I wish you a very happy and pleasant stay on the moon.
Here we saw some part of our lesson, and today's homework for you is to find out the answer of the question given on page number 25. Find out the answer of in-text question given on page number 25. Thank you.